Now, let's give some attention to the European Commission's reaction to the lingering war in Ukraine. The Commission's president today delivered a State of the European Union address to the European Parliament. She called for support for Ukraine and urged the Parliament to remain united against Russia.
The European Commission chief told parliamentarians in Strasbourg that Europe's solidarity with Ukraine will remain unshakable. Ms. von der Leyen said European sanctions against Russia would remain in place, adding that the 27-nation EU bloc would continue to offer financial support to Ukraine.
From that very moment on, a whole continent has risen in solidarity. From that very moment, Europeans neither hid nor hesitated. They found the courage to do the right thing. And from that very moment, our union as a whole has risen to the occasion.
Solidarity, first of all, with Ukraine, more weapons, more money, more solidarity. Putin must lose, Ukraine must win. Great news from Ukraine that they are pushing back the Russian troops from their soil. And Madam Zelensky, we admire what your soldiers are doing there on the front line.
Speaking during her annual State of the Union address, Ms. von der Leyen said the war is not only a war unleashed by Russia against Ukraine, but also a war on the energy and economic future of Europe and the world at large.
This is not only a war unleashed by Russia against Ukraine. This is also a war on our energy. It's a war on our economy. It's a war on our values.
The EU chief called for cuts to electricity use across the bloc and windfall taxes on energy firms to tackle high prices.
Increased food insecurity and a fast-emerging cost of living crisis. I think our message today will be that Europe will respond.
Meanwhile, with the liberation of Balaklia in the Kharkiv region, the atrocities of the Russians have become known. 40 residents of Balaklia were allegedly held captive for over half a year. Hundreds more were subjected to torture with electric current.